Our Father, we are grateful and thankful that we can come together today. Just please give us the wisdom to make good decisions for Hutchinson County. We know, just please. As I said, we are thankful for being allowed to meet today. We're thankful for the rain that you blessed us with this morning. Just watch over all of us, watch over our first responders, keep us all safe as we go about the duties of today. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
We have some visitors today that we are always happy to have. Rochelle and Gracie, do y'all want to introduce your crowd?
Yes. So today we have some Hutchinson County 4-H members, and they're going to actually give you the interpretation for last year report, and then they brought their National 4-H proclamation to get you today as well.
Awesome.
So I'll let them stand. If you're a member, and introduce yourself really quickly, maybe tell what projects you do, and then we'll get started real quick.
Good morning, I'm Gabby Terrazas. I have been in 4-H for 2 years now. I have participated in livestock judging, educational presentation, and good job, yeah.
My name is Hannah Ellis, and I've been doing 4-H for 2 years. I've been doing Duds to Dazzle and Challenge.
My name is Carson Phillips. I do robotics, livestock showing, and community service.
Hi, I'm Corbin Shields. I do livestock showing, livestock judging. I'm Peyton Garfey. I'm secretary for 4-H, and I do shooting sports and archery. I'm Courtney Irwin. I'm the president for 4-H. I do livestock judging and challenge. I'm Clark Arlington. I am vice president of 4-H, and I have done Duds to Dazzle, good talent, livestock judging. I believe that's it.
So Gabby's going to start. She's going to give you kind of an interpretation report of the year. So Gabby,
2024 through 2025 recap. In food and nutrition, we had 20 youth enrolled, 1 volunteer assisting, and 12 participated in district contests. Fashion and design, 14 youth enrolled, 6 volunteers assisting, and 9 participated in district contests. STEM and robotics, we had 20 youth enrolled, 1 volunteer assisting, and 4 participated in district contests. Dog care and training, there were 22 youth enrolled, 1 volunteer assisting. CGM, 4 youth enrolled, 1 volunteer assisting, and 1 participated in district contests. In livestock judges, we had 8 youth enrolled, 1 volunteer assisting, and 8 participated in district contests. Public speaking, 1 youth was enrolled, 1 volunteer assisting, and 1 participated in district contests. Photography, we had 13 kids enrolled and 1 volunteer assisting. Clover Kit, we had 13 youth enrolled, 1 volunteer, 2 volunteers assisting. In shooting sports, there were 20 youth enrolled, 2 volunteers assisting, and 4 participated in district contests. We had a total of 43 registrations participating in the 4-H district contest. Notably, 3 seniors advanced to the state roundup in Duds to Dazzle category, while 1 senior advanced in consumer decision making. Additionally, 1 senior competed in the state portrait contest. Handing it over to Annabeth.
Good morning, everyone. It's an exciting time for Hutchinson County 4-H. As we begin the 2025 through 2026 year, our program continues to grow and thrive thanks to the dedication of our members, volunteers, and community supporters. As of today, we are proud to announce that 109 members are currently enrolled in Hutchinson County 4-H. This strong participation reflects the hard work of families, leaders, and youth who believe in power of hands-on leadership development. Now, that's not us.
We are also thrilled to share that our volunteer base has grown significantly. At the end of last year, we had 16 active volunteers. This year, we have expanded to 25 volunteers who are giving their time, talents, and energy to guide our youth and support our many 4-H projects. Volunteers are truly the heart of our program, and their dedication to every 4-H member of our community lead and succeed.
Our current 4-H projects showcase the wide variety of interests and talents in our county. Members are actively engaged in livestock showing, robotics, fashion, interior design, food and nutrition, shooting sports, photography, and the dog project. We are especially excited to announce that we have added our horse club back this year. This project opens new doors for youth interested in horsemanship, animal care, and leadership through the equine education and competition.
And then Peyton has brought our 4-H proclamation that is signed every year. Last week, was National 4-H Week. Cora will bring that up for y'all for sure, and she will read it.
Whereas this year's National 4-H Week theme, Beyond Ready, reminds us that 4-H is building a ready generation in a world of change and equipping young people with skills for the future while meeting them where they are today. And whereas 4-H is America's largest youth development organization, supporting 6 million youth across the country. And whereas 4-H programs are delivered by the Cooperative Extension Systems, a community of more than 100 public land grant colleges and universities across the nation that provides experiences for young people to learn by doing. And whereas 4-H is in every city and county in the United States and helps 6 million youth become engaged, successful, and independent. And whereas 4-H connects young people and adults to their communities, preparing them for work and life throughout experimental and theory-based learning, while providing emerging research for positive youth development. And whereas expanding from its strong agricultural roots, 4-H helps young people explore the world around them and grow into positive adults. And whereas 4-H leaders in science, agriculture, and community leadership is an important and imperative for the U.S. Department of Agriculture's National Institute of Food and Agriculture 4-H program.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. Can we get a picture with y'all?
So I'm gonna do the food challenge. And y'all still didn't bring us food.
These days, we're gonna bring a whole meal.
We'll have to do our own food challenge.
Right.
Let's get a picture real quick.
Don't you want me to?
Yes, please. Thank you. Okay, if y'all, we'll just stand back here if y'all want to get in front of us. How about that? I love this. Did you make that?
She's one of our fashion.
I figured that was a duds to dazzle thing or something. Thank you. Good job, Rochelle and Gracie. I'm amazed at how many kids can volunteer. I was like, that's a bunch.
Yeah, we have 100. We ended 97 last year, and we're at 109 right now.
Awesome.
Wow.
Good
Good
job.
job.
Way to go.
Good job, Karen.
I get this knee off. Crazy.
Okay, and now we have another visitor today. Carla Florer is here, and she has a donation for the library. So we're going to go ahead and skip to that, the donations part.
Okay.
Nancy, did you want to say something or?
Well,
I just want to say thank you, ladies, both very much for your love and your commitment to making sure that the young people have plenty of books to read and that we can grow them up in the future for success. So thank y'all.
Welcome. Now, do you want me to speak?
Sure.
And I'm not a speaker like those young kids.
Good, so.
Okay. Good morning. My sister Jean Rose and I are here today to make a donation to the Hudson County Library in honor of our loved ones. I read with my, The library has always been important to our family. We are a family of readers, and the library has always been a lifeline over the years. So this donation is to help others learn to love to read. It is in honor and memory of our parents, Carl and Ray Carlin, and my son Jared Floor, and my husband Dale Floor, that we make this donation. We are thankful to Nancy and her team and know they will pick the perfect books to put into the shelves of the library. We also thank Chris Prock for his great care of the library. He has made it safe and welcoming for anyone that walks through its doors. In this time of technology, books are needed more than ever. A book is not only touches your mind, but it also touches your heart. I also want to thank my sister Jean with being so gracious and generous to make this donation possible, and for going on this journey with me to put books in children's hands in Hutchinson County. We are also grateful to you, the commissioners, for letting us come today and to remember our loved ones.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for your generous donation. And we'll get a picture with y'all too.
Do the picture first and then accept it.
But that's our agenda item.
Oh.
Here, I'll get that. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Here. Thank you.
You did.
Get one on either side.
Yeah, squish in here.
Are we good?
Are we good?
Are we good?
Yes. Okay, here we go. One moment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it will make a difference. It will make a difference.
Thank you.
Keep
Thank
them
you so
coming.
much.
Books are more important than
Yeah.
technology sometimes.
Thank you.
Just one more little item of business on that donation. We have got to formally approve that. We have a line item down on the agenda, but since we're at that point, do I hear a motion to accept the donations by the Floor family for the library?
I move to accept the donations as presented today. Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all being here.
You have to stay.
Somebody forgot their notebook.
I think Nancy's taking a call. She'll be back.
Oh.
Okay, we are moving down to public comments, but Carla was the only one that filled one out. So we'll move on to our consent agenda. Does anyone have anything on the consent agenda they need to remove and discuss or questions? No, if not, do I hear a motion?
I move to accept to approve the consent items as presented.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Okay, on the regular agenda, Item 1, consider and or approve our 2026 Indigent Defense Resolution. We do this every year. This is so we can apply for the Indigent Defense Grant Program. The district judges do the Indigent Defense Plan, and it's all uploaded to a website. And as part of that, we've got to have the resolution. I think we don't do this every year. We do it every 2 years. So it's just that will comply with the grant to help assist the county with indigent defense. Any questions? I attached it to the agenda, so y'all had a chance to read it. Do I hear a motion?
Move to approve the 26 Indigent Defense Resolution.
I'll second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? I'll give that to you because I actually signed it. Mhm. Okay, item 2 is to review the auditor's salary order for 2026. This is just a review item. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, we'll move on to item 3. Consider and or approve over 65-year-old retirees supplemental insurance, the Hartford new rates. Amy, you can explain all that.
Okay, so of course, we don't ever get it till after budget, but of course, we do have it in the budget. We've been doing 60-40, and I didn't know if y'all want to continue doing that. The county does pay the 60 and the retiree does pay the 40 on this, on the Hartford. So if we do that, it will increase up to $320.88 for the year.
And we have the budgeted money to cover that?
We do,
Okay.
yes, we have enough in the budget to cover.
How many people do we have taking advantage of this?
We have 10.
Okay.
So we have more on that than on the under 65. We only have one on the under 65. At this time anyway. So of course, those always change. So when people retire and stuff. So, but so this will probably be the same amount for a little while.
Any questions for Amy? Do I hear a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve over 65-year-old retiree supplemental insurance, the Hartford new rates.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Thank you.
Thanks, Amy. Amy, I need a copy of that. Okay, item 4, consider and or approve the 2026 Senate Bill 22 grant agreement. So I have sent that to Craig. He has approved it all. He's got to get this approved and back to them. And I do it all on a DocuSign thing. So I'll send it back in as soon as we approve it through the Commissioner's Court. Any questions, or do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the 2026 SB 22 grant agreement as presented.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, item 5, consider and or approve the Savins Award grant. I don't know if we do this every other year or every year. Seems like we do it a lot, but it's the victims program that goes through the DA's office, and it's basically money in, money right back out. So it's not it's just money in, money out type thing. And I believe I attached that. Yes, I did and Craig has okayed it. He's reviewed it and all looks good for him. So do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the Savins Award contract.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Okay. Item 6, consider and or approve a road crossing for Fiber Light LLC. Wayne?
This fiber light is one of the many companies in Fritz right now putting in fiber optic. And they're needing to get it from Fritz Fortress, the intersection of Eagle Boulevard and Fritz Fortress to the high school. So they're gonna be boring under Fritz Fortress. So they wanted to get a permit to do that and wanted to waive the fees since they're a local internet provider.
Any questions?
So they're all, it's gonna be bored, they're not gonna.
They're gonna bore,
road.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep, that'd be boring. That's the only road of ours they'll be going under is Fritz Fortress.
I'm trying to recall, I know that we waive the fees sometimes for pretty much all of our utilities.
Mhm.
And like you said, since it's a utility, but it's a luxury utility. And so a luxury utility is different than water, gas, and electric. And I know this sounds crazy, but I guess I just don't know where the middle ground is on waiving the fee as opposed to just charging.
Charged $1,000 to our cross-country pipeliners.
Oh, okay.
If they're coming through the county and they're never coming back.
Yeah.
They start on one side of the county and go all the way across the county. We charge them.
But if they're local,
Yeah, because they're gonna be gone, they're not gonna be back.
And now this company's out of Dallas, but
Yeah,
Yeah, but they're.
are they providing it to the school?
yes, they're trying to get it from that intersection down to the
Right.
school.
it's not going to the school. They're just passing by.
Oh.
Another,
Oh,
huh?
It is.
yeah.
Oh, it is going to the school?
Yeah, if that's the Region 16's contractors that are putting in the new Region 16.
Oh, so this is part of y'all's project?
Could be.
Could be.
Awesome.
Okay.
It's ongoing all over right now.
Oh, yeah, that I get.
We're doing this right now.
Yeah, tons of business.
It's all over.
I was just curious about if we waive a fee, if we don't have to, because I know they got the money. So that's why I'm,
That's just. who
But
we
if this is
charged in
part
the
of-
past, in the
okay.
past. So it's kind of the guideline that kind of by when you redo that right of way deal that you've been working on, that'd be something to look at.
okay. Thank you, Dwayne. I'm cool with waiving it and giving them permission.
Is
I
that,
just wanted to ask those questions.
is that a motion?
I would
making
be
a motion?
honored to make that motion. I hereby approve the permit to cross the county road as presented for the Fiber Light LLC and waive the $1,000 fee for this utility.
Second, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Dwayne, you want to sign this and then Kelly will email you a copy?
Tara, were you confused where I was going with that motion? She had a look like, what?
Okay, did we vote? All in favor? Okay, great. Thanks, Dwayne.
You're welcome. Thank y'all.
Okay, item 7, consider and or approve the Everbridge renewal agreement. I attached a couple of them. Craig has okayed the agreements. And I think the 3-year agreement is the best one because we get a little bit of a price break. Well, the price doesn't change for 3 years. So that's the one that we want to go with is the 3-year contract. Any questions? Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the Everbridge renewal agreement.
A second.
Bless you. A motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, item 8 is to consider and or approve the line item transfer of $3,000 from the unused deputy salary line item, $1,500 going to secretary line item, and $1,500 going to their records clerk line item. Sheriff.
Morning.
Morning.
So, coming to y'all asking for the transfer from the unused deputy. I have 2 positions in the deputies, line item to move that to the clerk and secretary position. Reason for this was in a little bit of not seeing that in the future, that whenever I presented the STEP program to you first to get my civilian side on that 3-step process or program, that amount in there was I used the old budget to put that in there. The commissioners hadn't even discussed a raise for everybody at that point in time. I didn't guess at a number. I just had the numbers in there. So that's what I plugged into. Whenever the commissioners came and gave the 125, number was added to the overall total. So I'm not asking for any additional money. I just want to move money from one line item to another so I can account for the $125 for these two.
Questions? Amy, did you have a comment?
Yes, can I speak?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want y'all, so on February 3rd, when we had that special meeting, we did discuss about lowering salaries, people, and making a step plan, which Jerry had, but not to exceed over what was budgeted. So this has already been exceeded over what y'all had approved October 1st for the raise. So the secretary, as of right now, received $168 a month raise. And the other one received a $220 raise. So it already exceeded over the 125 that y'all had offered all the employees. So if y'all give this additional money, that would actually increase the secretary's salary up $293 a month more for this year and $3,526 annually on top of her salary. And then on the records clerk, she would receive $345 a month more a month, and then $4,141 annually if you add that 1.5 to this. Sorry. At this time, the secretary is right now higher than the library. That would make her higher than the library director, the museum director, both of the constables and the head maintenance. So I would appreciate if y'all would not vote for this. And that was it.
So on my side of it, as far as the allocation of, yeah, go ahead.
I think, can we just discuss it first? Sorry. I don't want to get into infighting between, I mean, I think it's our decision, so I don't mean to cut you off, but I think if we can discuss it, and then I just don't want to get off into the weeds on everything. So since I cut you off, I guess I'll go first. I mean, we talked about the STEP program before we added the raises. And the salaries are something we're going to have to take a hard look at fixing. But the problem, I don't think, is with the STEP program right now. I mean, people on the STEP program got the raises all across, like all the STEP program got the raises. And so the solution would either be to not give any of the STEP program the raise, or to award the raise on the STEP program that we approved before we approved the raises. And so
basically what you're saying is there are other individuals across the county that received a step raise and the raise.
So, yeah, and I think that is true. I mean, you can shake your head, but it is true. The salary, there are salary issues that we need to fix, but that's a broader issue than what this situation is. To try to make this about the salary thing, I mean, we could have addressed that when he presented it. So the solution would be either to not give the raise to any of the STEP program, which we did approve, or to fix this issue and then to fix the salary problem going forward. And so this was, I mean, for me, we approved the STEP program a month before we approved the raise and before we talked about it. And so just like the library director, where we found that there was an issue with the salary that we needed to fix, now that this presents a problem, I mean, punishing two people because of what we passed and approved is not the appropriate way to do it. The appropriate way to do it is to solve this issue and then look at the problems it creates and solve that as a whole going forward, which will be tough decisions, but it's easy to make these decisions when it doesn't affect you to try to solve the bigger issue. But to me, solving this issue first, and then the problems that arise out of it, like that you mentioned, we can fix that later. So that's where I stand. Punishing two people off what we approved and then added the raise on top of the STEP program a month later, I think is not the appropriate way to solve the larger issue.
I'll say on a lot of what he said it's actually a part of what I was going to talk about. There is a couple other aspects in here I think should be brought up, and as far as like picking apart other people's jobs, I don't know what the library does. I don't know what other people do. That's not my business. My business is know what my people do. If I could give them 20,000 more a year, there was additional position in the civilian side of it that was changed to patrol well ahead of me. I think that they're with the workload and separating the workload. That's why that one position was brought down on the actual amount, because I'm able to move the workload a little bit, but by doing that also by giving somebody a little bit more, I'm having to add more responsibilities to their plate as well. And then to change up the way we're doing our warrant system. There's a lot of differences we're doing with that right now to make it more feasible and more accessible and more, I guess the quality of what work that we're going to put out by doing that as well. So I think in my side of it, looking at the overall operation of it, I'm here for a job to make it as efficient as possible. And I said I had to add a little bit more to these people's plates, but in doing that, I said I think that should I've known that there was, I didn't know that we were going to give a raise, and if I would have just added it to it, then we probably wouldn't even have this conversation right now. But I didn't add the raise to that number that I brought to y'all, which y'all approved the first time. And that part was bad on me, but that's why also in looking at this, I understand coming to you and asking for more money. That would be a different conversation, but I'm not asking for more money. I'm asking for, I have 10,000 plus unused that will be unused in the month of October, just to move it from that line item to the other so I can fix this issue now. And like what Commissioner Prock said, in the future, what bit me now is establishing the step raise way at the time that I did it right before the budget. Next year, I won't have that issue because we'll already know what the step's going to be. It's already set and that number's going to be set. If y'all give a raise, it'll just go on to the next of it. This year it bit me because it went in right at the wrong time, I guess. So.
And I think that's an issue. So, and I see what you're saying. I'm not saying you're wrong, but to punish these two on what we decided, I mean, that's our issue that we need to fix. I think we need to solve it for these two people because we did approve, whether that's underside on our end of saying, well, hold on, like where we could have said before, well, do we give because that never came up. Do we give the raises to these that we approved a month before? It never came up at that time where we could have said it. So to punish two people on our decision that we kind of should have asked more questions and maybe should have started planning in February, March of like, how do we want to do with this budget? I think wouldn't be good to those two. So I think, I mean, we need to make this situation right and then see those problems as commissioners court and say, this is what we've done. How do we fix it? So, and that's fine that you disagree. I mean, that's what we're here for. So I'm not trying to make you not feel heard. That's just my opinion. I think
Just increase their budget next year again, on top of whatever then y'all decide on the raise.
Potentially
that.
it could be. And so if we look,
but it is
yeah, and it could.
It will increase a little bit, but also in this budget this year is $2,000 less because of the reduction in the
Till next year.
overall workload. Yeah, but that was something I brought up with the commissioner's court that through the years going through the steps, it will increase. But whenever I start somebody out new, they're not going to start out at this amount that these raises or everything's increased to. They're going to start out at a lower amount and they'll move through the steps to get up to that part eventually. But like I said, in this budget, and hopefully I do keep these ladies around as long as I'm here. I really hope so. And then we could get up to and step everybody up to a step 3.
But all of the patrol step is paid through the Senate Bill.
Yeah, that's all through.
It's
SB
grant money,
funds.
yeah.
That's all through SB funds.
not
This is,
taxpayer.
civilian side is the only thing we cannot.
Yes.
And I do want to say it, you know, we talk about the taxpayer stuff, but when we throw out the raise, and not that there's anything wrong with this, everyone is quick to take the raise, adding to the budget, taking money from the taxpayers until it's somebody else that they're not going to get the raise. And so that's what we've got to solve, that we've got to come together and maybe, you know, it's always there. We're not going to solve all this. They don't do what we do. We do what they do. We do more than what they do. But at the end of the day, these salaries are raising. And I've said that I agree with you. They are raising the budget that we're going to have to fix. But the solution is not to punish two people on a decision we made as a court that we did have some hindsight. But at the end of the day, the salaries overall, everyone agrees that the salaries overall are the issue, but until it's somebody else, nobody wants to help solve it. And so that's the issue that I have. And so we do need to solve it, but in my opinion, solving it with these two is not going to solve it. We need to fix this issue and then early next year, talk about salaries. And then if we offer a raise to everyone, remember what you said, that we all need to remember that it is going to raise the budget and take money from taxpayers. So it is a problem, but it's not going to be solved on these two. It's easy to talk on when it's not our revenue and what affects us. And I'm not singling you out. I'm just saying that's the overall issue we're going to have to solve as a staff to fix that going forward. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to increase the budget, because we might sit down with him and change the STEP program. He might not have those people, and we might not give a raise next year. And so, I mean, that is the issue, that most people think it's a given that these are things that are going to happen, but we've got to, I mean, we've been saying this for several times. We've got to put the boot down on solving this, but for this issue, I don't think that solves it.
How is that a punishment when they already got more than everyone else in the county, the 125 in the county? So how is that a punishment to them? Because he didn't put the 125 in his step.
It's supposed to be fair across the board.
So it's
like other people that.
So it's not fair, because we established the STEP program before we gave the raises. And so, I mean, if they don't want to take the raise, that's up to them. But for us, that's an issue that we enacted that we have to fix, in my opinion, that whether we say the question should have been asked the day of the raise came up. It's just an issue that we created as Commissioners Court that we've got to eat and make it right this time. And then fix the larger picture going forward, whether that's oversight on our end.
So what are you saying the right way is?
I think giving them the raise, because we approved the STEP program before we gave the raise, and it never came up. We said we're giving the raise to everyone across the board, which included us approving the STEP program. So right or wrong, I mean, we put ourselves into that box of having to fix this situation.
We gave the raise to everybody regardless of whether they got a step or if they didn't.
So like.
And because there were other
Kelly out here or nothing, did you have a person in your office that increased a step or moved up?
Yes,
Did they also get the step?
So then they got the raise too.
they had to try, yes.
So I mean, that's just something that's another thing as we're.
Budgeted in there.
Yeah.
For those.
But that's why I'm saying that right there.
I put it in the budget. Until y'all created a step plan that went over the budget, you created, so that'd be like
All right,
you
so-
going in and creating.
Hold on.
Over the budget.
But hold on.
It doesn't make sense.
So the STEP program is something that is fairly new to the county on certain departments and stuff that we are going to have to fix. That is something I think we agree on. So
Well, the STEP program.
The department heads are gonna have to.
right. Well, I meant like with it.
Well,
that
yeah.
It came up
But
and
the
we
sheriff's department step program.
approved it right before the raises. And so whether that's something that we need to start doing in February on the budget and try to fix this instead of getting to June or July, I think that's on us, that we approved this STEP program and then we approved the raises. And then we didn't say it doesn't impact this group. And the question never came up. Well, I mean, because you were at those meetings too. And so, I mean, it was.
Probably said something.
But we're on YouTube. So it's those things that it comes up that we make a decision that sometimes isn't great, but we have to fix them. And then we say, well, we did do that. And so the questions didn't come up. So I think we need to fix that. And it isn't punishing them, but it also is, people are saying, well, why are they getting this and we're not? Which is valid, but it's also because of the decisions that we made here.
So what I'd like to, the facts are that, we did do step raises in the county. And those certain individuals did get the raise as offered, regardless of their amounts. You're not adding to your budget, you're just moving from one line item to another. And regardless of who's at fault or who didn't do what, this whole salary thing's new to the county. And I know there'll be bugs and things we got to work out. I do believe there are a lot of salaries that are well paid, more than they should be. And I don't believe just these two are the only ones, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. And so because we're not adding to the budget, and we've already done similar acts throughout the county, I'm leaning towards authorizing it. I don't like the business practice in which we're in to have to make these decisions. But if we do it for one, as I've always said, we do it for others, and then we'll fix whatever we need to fix as we move forward. Not pleased with the mess up or the oversight, but again, it's not a finger pointing issue. It's just a new place for the county to be in. And I'm sure there's bugs that we will all be working out as we move forward. But right now, just the facts is others got step and also a raise in the county. We approved something probably we should have waited until we decided. But the facts is you're not adding to the budget. You already have it in your budget. This is, again, bad business practice, but are we okay to do this? Yes. We'll learn from it, lick our wounds and be better. In my opinion.
We always have these things that seem to come up that, okay, we'll go ahead and do this or that, and then we'll address that later. Or we'll fix that next time, or next budget, or whatever. But it never happens. So I don't have a problem with what you're saying at all. It's just that we want to basically say we'll fix it later. It needs to be fixed later.
Yeah.
And that's where I run into the roadblock on these kind of things.
And I believe there are certain people, I know I look at it 2 or 3 times a month to kind of figure out what our plan should be. But I also believe it's department heads' responsibility to fix it within their own.
We vote on it as a responsibility.
Yeah, they can bring it to
It's
us.
us. But I think
They've got to do their own
the
leg.
heads and elected officials have been doing a better job since we've kind of put those things out there. They have been doing a better job about when they hire new, they start at a lower salary.
Yeah,
Of course, the whole court didn't take a raise and neither did our auditor.
I think we're moving in the right direction.
So-
We have fixed a lot. I mean, there's a lot to fix. I mean, when we
Yes,
started, there was a
absolutely.
ton to fix. I think we have stepped.
It's not an easy solution.
And I do, as we go, especially with the salaries, and I'm not picking on you, but you said it. So I want to, when you're talking about the budget and the taxpayer money, when we start talking about the salaries, I want everybody that's watching and listening. It's easy. And once again, I don't want you to think I'm attacking. This is part of the solution. It's easy to say when it's other people. That's taxpayers' money. Don't be messing with it. But when we start talking about these raises and all that stuff, we all need to think about that for us too. Like when we add these raises, we're all taking from the taxpayer money. And so to help get this solution, we all have to have that mindset. And so there's going to be some hard decisions on things overall that I agree with Ben. I mean, we fixed a little here and there and we're heading in a good direction, but there's a lot we've got to fix. And it's going to take
that on the table, but we say we're going to fix it next time, but we need to fix it next time.
And there's going to be a lot of.
Know that there is a fix, but we can work on.
Like I say, on the operational side of it, like my end of it, having the STEP program in place definitely is going to help me out. If we have to hire somebody else, it'll help me out in that, that area where we're trying to maybe start them off a little lower, but we can build it up. As far as operational on the longer end of it, it's now I have I will have these numbers that are in play, and then the only thing that changes that is if y'all decide to give a raise.
Yeah.
And then it'll either go up or it'll stay the same. But I have the numbers on paper. So at least I have that and I can work with that. So.
So next year, when we do ours, we can create a step plan that goes over what we have budgeted in our salary, because I decided to take my supplies and lower them. So that way my salary is higher, not mine, but my assistant's salary is higher, because I created the step plan that exceeded over what was budgeted.
So if you want to be petty, we could, but I mean, if we're gonna
That's
be
what's gonna
professional,
happen as
it has to come to us.
each one of the elected officials
Not true.
are gonna request this amount over what is budgeted.
They absolutely could, but then it's our
It's
our job to
And
say
it's
yes or
your-
no.
So what,
And so
Today.
it is. And so
I don't see that.
I don't see that happening because most people aren't gonna be petty. Like, he didn't create this to be petty. And so he created this to get more people, it's a good program. And so I think that's not gonna happen.
that's like just one thing with that. Would I not, obviously, like I said, still new, right? Would I not in this, since this, I have a step plan and I'm going, if I choose to move my one person from a step 1 to a step 2, would I not just still budget for that step increase and then just, if y'all give a raise, it'll be on top of that? Is that not?
That's how we've done.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we've
Sure,
done it.
to my mind, it's like that simple.
That's how it's been done.
I just, I wouldn't budget over my salary or over my salaries. I'd budget for what the step plan is.
Each line.
This year, yes, I said, I brought the step plan before the raise was even presented.
Yeah.
So that was an oversight.
Yeah, I'd go back. It was a business mistake. And like I said, not pointing fingers, but I can if I want, Jerry. And so, I mean, if I have to, I mean, that's the manager's the manager. So,
Ultimately, my responsibility for bringing in the.
the fact that you're fixing it without increasing the budget, again, it's a mistake. Let's move on, but let's be better. All across the club.
Well, just keep in mind, I hate to hear that we're taking money from the taxpayer. We provide a service for the citizens, for the taxpayer. Now, the issue is, are we taking too much money to provide this service? That's the issue.
That should have been asked before the tax rate was passed.
No, I think we're doing fine. I feel like we just, we got some growing to do.
We've already cut back. Every department, I think, has cut back to a certain amount. They've done a good job.
That's a big argument, but that's not what's on the agenda today.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The bottom dollar is,
I don't like the argument at all.
yeah.
So
The bottom line, this
we need to settle what we got here.
this decision doesn't change what we've already planned to receive from the taxpayers. And so, like you said, it would be a different thing if we're adding to the budget.
Yeah.
But we've got to fix this, knowing that we've already set the tax rate and it's not going to change the bottom dollar, and then fix it and make dang sure we are together to fix it early enough that we can fix this stuff instead of.
There's a lot of arguing here to be done, but that's not what
on the
That's
agenda.
another work session.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. Anyone want to make a motion?
I move to approve the transfer of $3,000 from the unused deputy salary line item. 1,500 to one secretary line item, 1,500 to the records clerk line item as presented from the sheriff's department.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? By anybody? All in favor? Okay. Thanks, Sheriff. Stay up here. Yeah, you're next. Yeah. Item 9 is to consider and or approve the purchase of 2 sheriff's department vehicles from Dana Safety Supply. All the quotes are attached to.
So, October 1, the fleet side of things, especially in law enforcement, it's like a ham bone in a room full of pit bulls. Everybody starts to just going after these cars. So I did add the Dana Fleet Safety, the ones we got their last vehicle from. Was able to hold on to 2 of the F-150 responders. As long as he could, he got them in October, like just pre-October 1. He's gonna hold on to them as long as possible. He's the one that sent the first quote. We had the other quote that came in from Defender Supply. That one came in at, they only had one available, so you only see one vehicle in there, but that one vehicle was still like 9,000 higher than the safety. It actually came in a little bit higher than that was in my budget. We had to kind of do some negotiation as far as shifting a little bit of equipment around, but I was able to get that number about, it's right around $800 under my budgeted amount for the 2 vehicles this year. And both of these, Defender and Dana Fleet, are tips co-op.
They have, did you say they have vehicles?
Dana has the 2 F-150 responders on site. Defender can get 1 right now on site.
Okay.
It was $9,000 higher, right?
So,
Yeah.
and it was in Dallas. Dana Fleet Safety is in Lubbock.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fort Worth, sorry.
Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the purchase of 2 sheriff's department vehicles from Dana Safety Supply.
No, I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Sheriff. And I think we got some info on the wrecked vehicle, but we don't have anything on the agenda about that
They came in like
right
right
after.
after we got.
Yeah, because you know, we have to post it like 2 weeks ahead of time. No, not really 2 weeks, but it feels like. All right, item 10, update on the ARP grant projects. Any updates? We got the generator in, everything done with that.
It's
Good.
It's all working right. It's auto starts. It does
Awesome.
the thing. So it's nothing left there. I think the only thing I got left is the flooring and the annex, and that's not close yet. So
Okay,
I don't have anything that's going right now on ARP.
right.
This was a ARP question, but it's not a outstanding project. Like I'm not, but do we have another camera from the airport? Do you know? I know I didn't use them all at the old library. Do you know if we have another one that's not being used?
Not aware of it.
Do you know, Gary?
No,
Okay,
I'm not sure about that.
okay. I was just curious. I should have thought of it this weekend, but I forgot.
So you need another one?
If there's one not being used, just laying around, I'd like another camera at the library if I could. Okay.
Okay. Anything else on the ARP grant projects? Okay, item 11 is to consider and or approve the burn ban or rescind the burn ban. I think we're at 375 right now, average. Maybe better after today. So no action, no change.
And when do y'all say we normally, when it? 500?
Isn't it 5, Sarah? When we get up to 5, we put the burn ban on?
Okay.
Yeah, so.
High end for us, and that's crisp.
I'm craving chicken now that he said that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what Alan said, 500.
Okay. Item 12 is to consider and or approve requests for use of the club rooms at Borger Library or Fritch.
Not have anything. Let me see, I didn't see a text. Delina does a great job of letting me know if I have anything. And we do not have anything.
Book sale, the 16th, 17th and 18th.
Right.
This weekend,
book
sale.
Weekend.
And that's just at the Borger branch, right?
Correct.
Okay.
We gotta give you a plug since you're there.
Borger branch this weekend, book sale.
Right, item 13 is to consider and or approve line item changes, transfers and or budget amendments. I don't believe we have any. Item 14, consider and or approve advertising, opening, accepting or awarding bids. Where are we at with that, Nancy?
So
We had to put a new bid spec out, right?
well, actually, we were waiting for the expansion application.
And we've got it.
And so I got a total of $452,300. So that will provide fiber for all 3 branches. So we got it under one grant number, which
Oh, good.
will make the reporting a whole lot easier. So as soon as Alicia gets back.
I'm waiting for Alicia. I asked her if we could do an RFP instead of a bid. Because it just gives us more leeway with the vendors. And she said she had to research it, so I'm just waiting for her to get back to it.
Okay,
So,
and then we'll
the
move forward.
documentation's just a little bit, so I hope to bring it to you at the next meeting.
Okay.
So.
And we'll have the approval of the grant, the other grant agreement
Yes.
on the next meeting's agenda.
So after Craig looks at it and approves it,
Right.
then. They had requested it by November 1st.
Plenty of time. All right, item 15, consider and or approve donations. We already did that. I don't think, do we have any other donations? Let me see.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, the museum. Yeah, box donations. Well, that's not helping me.
Is this a first?
Which was it? Oh, there it is. It finally came up.
Did that. We've
$66 for the total for the month.
Done that a couple months ago. Maybe it's relatively.
So do I hear a motion to approve that donation?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Maybe something kind of official.
All in favor?
I learned that from Red.
Yeah.
So moved.
So we don't have to repeat everything.
Right.
I should try it.
I like talking.
Item 16, discussion of county judges and commissioners precinct daily operations. Anybody?
So as Dwayne said, I'm working on the permitting and visiting with all these fiber optic companies that are coming in to Hutchinson County, not just Fritch area. They're about to be all over the place. And so we're trying to figure out a plan, and Dwayne's helped me with some of the boring aspects. They're boring aspects, but also digging boring aspects of what we're
I
doing.
really thought you meant like snore.
Yeah, I figured, because and wondering the footage and how deep to go. There's some miscommunication with our municipalities, including Borger, on who authorizes permitting for county roads and who does this and who does that, and or who gives permission. And we even have run into a situation Dwayne and I have with the city of Fritch. They were going to have the customer dig up our road to run the water line to a property they were wanting to build, and that was very confusing. But and in doing so, I found out that right outside in Buena Vista, the same situation, right outside the city limits stuff. So anyway, just trying to figure out the process, the legal process of that. And if anybody's listening and you have some insight, give me a shout. Just trying to figure out what steps we should do in reporting the permitting as well. Judge Ford has helped me figure out some of the nuisance stuff. And so the last week and a half has been pretty beneficial as far as moving that process to bring back to you guys a procedure, protocol, whatever you want to call it, and with some fines and fees regarding nuisance properties, possibilities, and what we can look at. But thanks to Dwayne, thanks to Judge Ford and other people who are helping me kind of figure out all this stuff. Working out pretty good.
Good. Thank you for your.
Slow going, but it's kind of cool.
Anybody else have anything going on in their precinct? Oh,
Just the regular stuff.
okay. All right, well, since this is County Judges and Commissioners Precinct Daily Operations, I will let everybody know that I do not plan to run again. And so I just wanted to let the court know.
Somebody took it bad.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
They fell out.
Probably across the hall.
Passed out.
My little friends across the hall. No, I just wanted to let y'all know that is my plan. I do not plan to run again. So good luck to whoever wants to throw their name in the hat.
Appreciate it.
Well, we'll miss you.
Here's the.
Well, thank you. I'll miss you too. A lot.
How many years? Well, you still have all next year's.
Yeah, December 31st of 26 is
And
my
how many
last day.
years have you been judge?
9, 10? 10 in March.
Oh, man,
Mhm.
pretty cool.
That's enough. So, all right, the next item on the agenda is item 17, to consider and or approve the sale of struck off tax properties or tax deeds. We have one. Is this yours, Ben?
Yep.
0 Carbon Camp Road in Stinnett. Submitting an offer of $500 has been made by Donald Phillips and Sharon Phillips. The taxes have not been paid since 1989.
Man,
Property was struck off in March of 99 and the appraisal district appraised it at $1,070.
That is, south of Stinnett out here, Carbon Road.
Well, it kind of looks like this.
I don't know if you can pull it. Can you pull that up? Or do you know how to do that?
0 Carbon Camp Road.
And there's a big tank sticking up, a couple old abandoned buildings on it. It's been
It's
abandoned
the
for.
tank property?
Yeah.
So they have some things to tear
Well,
down.
there's a lot to turn.
0 Carbon Camp Road, Stinnett.
It's been sitting there ever since I remember.
yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Couple
oh,
times.
no, maybe I guess that's.
Yeah, I didn't.
Built the
I don't
tank to the
know.
left.
So those,
That'd be the first street as you leave town. Going east.
Where, I thought it said 0 carbon.
They're all just general.
It's,
0 means they don't have a
Yeah, they don't
911.
have an address.
They don't have a
Yeah,
911
there's-
emergency number.
no one's ever lived there since
Like-
911 started.
Which direction is it? Keep up there where that dot is or?
It's to 136, 152.
Yeah, click on that and see where that takes.
Go right off the first.
Yeah.
Second place. No, you're too far down.
Far down.
Where's the hop? There's Carbon Road. Okay, go back. See, there's Carbon Road, go to the right just a little bit. That in there,
Right in there?
yeah, maybe that may be a little too far.
Yeah.
Come on back.
see the tank.
It's right there.
That's,
Oh,
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is it, probably.
yeah,
that's
there's
it
two
right there.
buildings, yeah.
right to your right with your arrow.
Right there.
That's it. There's 2 lots right in there, sitting in there.
Were those 2 buildings water wells?
They're just old,
It-
old, and
This looks like just a couple of wooden structures.
Yeah, yeah, but they have
there
power.
used to be a water,
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
You got it.
some kind of tower.
There
Yeah,
used to be a water tank.
Yeah. Huh.
The cleanup on it's gonna be quite a bit, so.
That's my neighborhood I grew up in. I say that every time, but
I think the adjacent landowners is gonna absorb it.
I've got a lot of memories.
Get that,
Is it one of the adjacent?
yeah, it's, I told them.
Get up in that.
Yeah, I got beat up in that.
It's $500.
I moved to accept the $500 bid for the, property on Carbon Camp Road from Donald Phillips and Sharon B. Phillips.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor? And item 18, consider and or approve the motion to adjourn.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Motion and second, all in favor? Meeting adjourned, 7:35.